Back again. So we're gonna go back to this game. It's been a minute, just like with any game that I was playing before, because, you know, it took me 2 months. What? Who's Sparky? Can I go back to this game, or... Oh, hi, Spark. Hey, Spark. Oh my god. I do not remember. Oh, I love being... Hello? Hi. Are you... You're not who I'm looking for? I'm looking for something out of 15, apparently. I don't know what I'm looking for, though. I got something. Something's following me. Oh, here we go. Okay, we found some things. I was so close to the screen. Well, here we go. Here's some... Oh. I don't know why I thought that was weird for a moment, but it felt weird. It didn't feel like it was going the right direction, but it is, I think. Can we go up any further? We cannot. We've got 9 out of 15. Okay. I guess let's try to stay low, maybe. Let's try to stay low. She immediately just goes high. So I feel like Oh, here we go, here we go. Let me just go... Oh, I can turn around. Okay, I wasn't sure. I don't know what the hell these things are. Maybe it's been... Oop. Hello. How did I miss you before? They're so close to the screen, that's how. Stop, there's one? Oh my god, I just missed one at the last place. There you go. I don't even know what I'm doing anymore, man. I got no clue what this is. Hello?
Morris? Morris Lopton?
Well, I got a trophy.
Is that really you?
Valiant.
And Sparky?
Val! Oh, it's so good to see you again.
You too. You're looking very,
Yeah, dead?
yeah. But quite good, considering.
Hello, Val.
And Sparky talks now.
Oh my god, the
Death
dog
certainly has been
talks.
strange. What brings you by?
Well, we're trying to find a replacement custodian. You've surely seen the volcano.
Oh, yes. Poor Aggie. Must be very tired.
Aggie?
Aggie is the current custodian.
Oh, well then, yes. We were hoping you might replace Aggie.
Oh, Morris. That's some ask.
Oh, you can do it, Val.
I'm
Come on,
flattered,
Val.
But those are enormous shoes to fill. And I'm
Someone's
not
gotta
like
do
you,
it.
Morris. I don't love this town like you do. And, if I'm being honest, I can't abide all those arty types and mainlanders tromping around. I can't speak for them. This job isn't for me.
Oh, well, I'm sorry to hear that, Val. But, well, I understand.
Thank you. It's been so nice to see you again.
You too, Val. Sparky, I'd love to spend some more time chatting with Val.
Oh, I'm sorry, Morris. We really need to keep this search up. That volcano is looking dire.
Come back later, Morris. I'll be here.
Oh, well, all right,
Maybe.
Val. I'll
Unless
find you
the
later.
whole island,
Goodbye.
you know, is under molten lava. We'll see. We'll see how this goes. Why can't Morris be be the
Slow
custodian?
down,
I don't
Sparky.
remember.
I need to get some things straight.
No time, Morris. We need to find the next prospect.
Well, it's just that I don't quite understand what we're doing.
We're looking for the custodian.
Well, I get that bit, Sparky, but what does the custodian have to do exactly?
Oh, well, it's hard to explain with your human words, but, the custodian kind of mingles with the island, becomes a
Mingles
part
with
of
the
it.
island?
A part of the rock, the volcano.
Yes, the rock, and the sea, and the animals and plants. The custodian
the
becomes
custodian
a part
is
of
a
all of
god
these
of
things.
sorts.
It becomes part of the island spirit.
And you give up being a ghost.
Yeah, well, a walking around talking kind of ghost. Stop being someone who can go into the West. It's quite a sacrifice.
Oh, wow. Well, no wonder Val doesn't want to fill those shoes. Aggie must be a legend.
Well, she really is.
I always thought there were those folks destined to be mayors and, I suppose, custodians. And then there are people like me and Val, destined for smaller lives.
What? Small? Morris, your heart is as big as the island. Everyone knows that.
I do
I
remember
suppose
that
I'm
Sparky
more
is
like
his
one of those
dog.
island oddities in the
And
museum.
Yeah, and they were
and
always
I
the
think
visitors'
every pet owner
favourites.
would
No,
love
we
to be
need to
able to
move on.
communicate with.
Next up is
their
Ogden
pet
Beckett,
like
in the Old
this.
Town.
Ogden it is. I'm right behind
If
you,
I remember
Sparky.
correctly, the person had to be dead for like a year before they could become the custodian, and our boy Morris here like just died. Whereas his dog had been dead for a little while, so I don't know, maybe. But it might have been more than a year that you had to be gone.
So, Ogden next, eh? I'll be glad to see him again.
His music always hurt my ears, but he was good at chin scratches.
Aw.
Lovely guy. Oh, look, the ferry's coming in. There'll be loads of tourists all over
This
this
is
quayside
so cute.
soon.
Well, I suppose they won't get in our way much anymore, eh, girl?
Makes me think that there's this game that I've been hearing about from the game dev on TikTok that I'm excited about coming out. Alright, so we're looking for Ogden. Died in 2007. I've forgotten how to play this game completely, so this is probably going to take a minute to like get back into the swing of things. I know I'm supposed to like look for something, but I don't know what. I guess, I gotta remember like which one is to move stuff and which one is to move my cursor. Nothing. Now there's also stuff like hidden, so it actually could be worthwhile to like go that deep into the scenery. Could be like a worm hidden in something, or lettuce hidden in a refrigerator or it was cabbage. It was either cabbage or lettuce, I can't remember. But that was one of the things. There was like a worm inside of a head of lettuce. Okay, nothing. Oh, this would have been perfect to have something hidden in it. Anyway. Maybe, do I need to communicate with people first, or... No? Okay. I don't remember how to play this game. I can't click on the different people. For whatever reason. Oh no! Royal Tuber. Hard sell. Find that. Alright. We're gonna look around because some of that stuff like it's really just convoluted and you would have never hard sell. Crab Shack. I don't know. The big scoop? No. We'll just give up. We'll come back to it. I'll get it done at some point. If I decide to platinum this. That is. But I don't know if I'll platinum this. Could be something hidden in here. Oh, there he is. Hello. I gotta... There. Hey, buddy. What you doing? Donald Thompson. What, Harbor Arm. Let me see if there's anything about Harbor or whatever in this. Ooh, maybe this Houdini? Royal Tuber, the Worms, the Wizard Seagull. I'm gonna quickly like head over here. So I wonder if this guy could be like the Houdini thing. Is this? Aw, is this guy not it? Alright. I only thought that just because, like, Houdini would, like, you know, get locked into stuff and had to find his way out kind of thing. Army man on a drink scan. Can I click on these? No. There's gotta be something that sticks out as, like... I don't know why that's gotta be so tripped up, trying to figure out, like, which little thing is the right direction. Oh wait, I gotta find people that have thought bubbles. I think that's what it was. Like you! Hey, you! With the thought bubble. Ogden's childhood friend.
I remember we was walking home from school, a bunch of us, and I told him my granddad said the lad had a live Bactrian camel living somewhere in the woods. Everyone laughed, but I told them it was true. Ogden didn't believe me. Someone would have seen it. He dared me.
It's coming back. Hopefully I can keep on this path of like figuring things out.
We were almost caught by the gamekeeper and had to run. Hell for leather for the woods.
Hell for leather for the wood. What does that even
reached the
mean?
trees, out of breath. I was bent double and leant against a tree. Ogden had better breath control and he recovered quickly. He saw it first. The clouds parted, the moon shone down, and Ogden
There's
gasped.
just a camel?
And then I did too. Was it? It was.
Why is there a camel?
The next day, we were kicking ourselves. We had no proof. No one was going to believe us. But we knew what we saw.
We saw. Alright, so we're probably going to be looking for a camel then.
Yeah, he was a couple of years above these chaps at school. Oh, and he's right. No one believed them. We gave them so much stick.
Alright, so... I mean... This is a camel. This is not the camel. I guess not. I don't remember if it's in the same vicinity as the person. I am gonna thoroughly explore this area before leaving, just in case. I hate it. Just make it go away. Doesn't seem like it can interact with anything else on that table. Camel. Okay, so at least for that one, it was in the same like area as the person.
Camels are so obviously a made-up animal.
What?
Humans will believe any old rubbish.
Oh, because Sparky never got to see a camel, that's why. Alright. That's 1 of 4.
I'm getting the scent of Grenkins again, Morris.
Oh,
I'll
not
pop up to let you know when we're
Grenkins.
close to one.
Alright, here's another. Uh-oh, there's a Grenkin in here. I don't remember. Is that supposed to, like, give me a hint as to where to find them? I think it starts, like, beeping or something when I click on the right thing. Oh. Okay, so it's somewhere in here. There we go. I was like, surely I'm just looking at it from the wrong perspective, and I was. 1 of 14 in this whole area? Oh my god. Got a lot more to find. Oh, this is his widow!
We were 14 when we started going out. Me and my friend Cassia had started a beach clean at the weekend, and Ogden turned up with his mate Godfrey. I had no idea Ogden liked me. He was the tallest in our year, and we all fancied him. By the time we reached the little cove at the north end of the beach, he'd asked me to come to a concert he was playing in. I said
Aww.
yes.
That's so
We'd been going out for a
cute.
few years when I applied to Floristry College on the mainland. I didn't tell Ogden. I didn't believe I'd get in, and didn't want him to think I was trying to get away from him. Ogden might have looked mature and confident, but he was a gentle soul, not nearly as sure of himself as he looked. But
I don't think
did
any
get
of
in,
us are that sure of ourselves.
and he was gutted. I felt terrible. I didn't want to hurt Ogden. He said he didn't mind, but I could see he was covering. My last week on Shelmerston was really hard. Every time I saw him, it felt so strained, and I couldn't sleep. Finally, on my last night, I made a decision. I would take an apprenticeship at the garden centre on the island instead, so we could stay together. It felt like the right thing to do.
No.
I would tell Ogden in the morning.
Don't give up on your Dreams.
But when I opened the door the next day, I found Ogden's sousaphone left on the doorstep. I was terrified. What did it mean? What had he done? I ran down to his house,
Is he
my
getting
heart
ready
in my
to
mouth.
leave with you kind of
His
thing?
mum, she never did like me, was a little bit smug. She told me Ogden had sailed off to New Zealand. He was headed to Christchurch, she said, and didn't know when he was coming back. Then she shut the door. I was more than a bit tearful, but, you know, looking back, I think we both needed to have a bit of an adventure.
Is that it? Well, obviously they ended
We
up
spent a
getting
lot of
together
time
because that's
with
his
Sally
widow.
during this period. We used to meet up quite often when she returned from Floristry College, and I was working at the museum. For a while, I thought maybe we would get together. But she always seemed a bit out of reach, sort of distracted. Well, it makes sense now.
Yeah, she had her heart set on Ogden. Alright, can I zoom in some? Let's see, so we're looking for... Oh, well, maybe this? Well, that was easy. Some of them are. Some of them I feel like are really easy, and then some of them just, like, kick your ass.
How did that get in there?
Very carefully, Sparky. Very carefully. Just kind of clicking on stuff to see if Sparky will indicate. Maybe Sparky indicates like when you're in like the clicked on area, just like the general vicinity kind of thing. Yeah, like that. Okay. Gosh, what would that be? Okay, so it's gotta be that, right? It looks like it should be that. Like this right here. But then like that. It's like so close. I don't know. It's either top down or bottom down. Oh, what if I like flip it like that? I already had it like that. See how fast it's beating? Oh wait, okay, wait, we can see that. We can see like the little notches like you can see in that picture. My God, I do not know. Is it like that? Oh, thank God. Jesus, I hated that. See, I thought it looked like the tail. Like, I thought that's what was the fish part that was showing, but no, it's just like a dissected version of the fish. Alright. Let's get away from that, because I don't want to hear Hannah Kitties ever again. Oh gosh. Another one already. Is that going to be the person? Let's see. Well, this isn't, it's not indicating, so let's just move on. Okay, ooh, maybe a pot. Yeah. And then maybe from the side. Oh, from the other side then. There we go. See, sometimes they're easy. I don't know. Look at that little guy. 3 out of 14. We are struggling. We are struggling for every single one of these. Oh, it's gotta be the toast guy. And let's see, you see his leg stuck out like that? I like when it just kind of like auto sends it to you. It's just like, yeah, here you go, you got close enough. Yeah, I feel like sometimes the Grinkins are a little much. Like maybe we shouldn't have done this many Grinkins. Because it feels like some of them are just like, you know, scribbles. I don't want to mess with that right now. Let's check this out. Round. There's a lot of round looking things. Can't interact with the dartboard. That's what I was thinking of first, but we can mess with this barrel. I know it's gonna let me know right away if I'm on the right thing, and I still mess around with things for some reason. Let's see, can I mess with anything here? It doesn't seem like it. Seem like I can mess with anything there. Oh. Where? Oh, this? It wasn't even facing the right direction, I don't think. Oh! A little sideways peanut. Is this? It looked like at one point the cellar was highlighted, but I guess not. have no clue where to start. That was unnecessary. Let me tell you. Huh? Is it level? Absolutely not. There is no air bubble. It is never level. I couldn't level it if I wanted to, but the bubble isn't there at all anyway, so it doesn't matter. Harpoons. This? Where? How? Oh. What? Okay. Well, we've already found about half of them, so... But then again, I could have found the easy half. Oh, look, a cardinal. Oh. Oh, my controller died. I knew it was gonna die, and I didn't do anything about it. That's on me. Shit. There we go. Lovely little cardinal. No gherkin here. Oh, there's a thought bubble, but also a gherkin. I know that's not what they're called. I forget. Okay, maybe if we just zoom in. Okay, there's a few things. What if I mess with this? Nothing. Oh, that's not it anyway. This one? No. What about this one? I figured it was gonna be one of those. Okay, so it's not one of... Oh, is it the box? What's in the box? Just like this. Oh, it's the other way. Oh, there's actually tools in the box. That's what's in the box. A whale. That's what I see with that gherkin. Oh no, don't leave. Oh, I gotta mess with this guy. Here we go. Bootlegger and music teacher. Henry What?
I remember when a young Ogden asked to join the
Whatever,
Shelmerston
Henry.
Silver Band. I recognised his talent immediately. He could play anything, that lad. Literally anything.
Looks like a French horn there.
Eventually he settled on the sousaphone,
Looks...
which he
Oh,
always insisted
I was
on
about to say
playing
that
his
looks like a
lucky
tuba, but I
bronze
guess it's a
mouthpiece.
sousaphone.
One evening after the Silver Band played a storming concert in the Camel, Ogden and Sally got it into their heads to go for a night swim in the harbour. Young love and all that. Ogden left his mouthpiece behind, and when we came back the next morning to pack up, it had disappeared.
How did it disappear?
It really rattled him. Ogden was worried he wouldn't be able to perform without it, but of course, next time we played, he was just as good as ever. Didn't need any lucky mouthpiece, Sir Ogden. He could play anything, that lad.
The hell is that? I ain't never seen that. Okay. Ogden just made up a new
was
instrument.
So talented. A real virtuoso. Oh, I loved listening to him play.
Ugh, speak for yourself, Morris. It was a terrible racket.
Poor dog. Just trying to live her life. Alright, well, I guess we could get this guy, even though there's not a gherkin here. It looks like a hydrant.
It was the day of the island cricket match out on the volcanic sandspit. We had lost to Appledore for the past 3 years, and it was my first year as captain. I didn't want another loss on my watch.
I always feel like I'm close
Ogden
to
had just come back
getting
from New
it,
Zealand
and then
told me he'd be up for it.
definitely
I wasn't
not.
sure. I remembered Ogden from school.
That one moved a lot more
He was
than I thought it was
lanky
going
and
to.
good in the field, but batting. Not sure.
What the hell is this?
Ogden showed up with his own bat. He told me he'd won it in a pub in Dunedin and that it had belonged to a famous New Zealand player. I wondered whether I should put him into bat at all, but Ogden whispered to me that he'd been playing on deck all the way home. I knew Ogden wasn't a bluffer, but he was never the guy who got picked for the first team at school.
Aww.
Still, I had nothing to lose.
Well, it's not often that you have a musician and
Ogden hit a six
an
with his
athletic
first
person.
stroke. We went
It's not impossible, it's
wild.
just not all the
And just
time.
when I thought it must be a fluke, he hit another and another. He
Oh,
was
it's,
a machine.
Cricket, I believe. Oh yeah, cricket. I'm stupid.
Ogden hit so many cricket balls out into the sea that we had to stop play. We'd run out. It
Well, maybe
was
don't
a
play right next to
stunning
the
win,
ocean.
And we carried Ogden back across the sand and into the Camel. Even though he'd won the match pretty
Into the
much single-handedly, he insisted it was all down to the bat and plenty of practice. Ogden was solid gold.
Alright, so we're gonna be looking for a cricket ball.
How's that? What a great day that was. And we've beaten Appledore every year since. Those poor chaps never did recover from Ogden's incredible batting.
Sparky has nothing to say about this. I figured Sparky was gonna say something about, yeah, hey, you guys would let me chase the balls, or something like that, but no. Oh, this has gotta be it. Yeah. Even though the ball that we found doesn't have barnacles on it, I mean, in the picture it did, so that kind of was a little bit of a giveaway, which
Hey,
I appreciate.
Morris. Remember when we found one of these heavy balls on the beach and I dropped it on your toe?
Wait, did I miss getting one? Oh, shoot. I missed one because it's not X'd out. Did I get the one? Oh, I didn't get the one on the ship. That's what it was. Okay. I'm glad that we backtracked quick enough. I guess it's gotta be down here. I don't see anything right off. Where would I be if I was a thingy-majig? What is that? Wish I knew. Might be helpful in trying to figure out where this thing is. Not there. Looks like one of these. Yeah, right there. Wait. Right there. Oh, it's a funnel. I mean, yeah, it looked like a funnel. I didn't know if it was something else.
They seem to have been using it as a funnel. These bootleggers are very resourceful.
Alright, so we have one more person to find. Another, like, 7 or so gherkins. Did I click on this? I did. Or if I didn't, there's nothing there anyway. Nothing there. Interesting. A little garden. Well, it's a little messy, but it's okay. Messy garden's still a garden. Alright, well this isn't the right thing anyway. This. Let's see, lily pads right there. Just like that. I really, really, really want to have a pond. A little, like, fish pond this year. It's been top of the mind for a little while now. But it's also like a really big responsibility I have to keep up, so I don't want to just do it because it's, you know, something top of the mind and I'm a little fixated on it, and then lose interest, because, you know, fish are a responsibility. Okay, it's not that. It has something with flowers in it, so maybe this one? No? This one. Oh, here we go. Flowers go like that. Oh, look at Mr. Whiskers! Why are you in the beehive? I don't think that's great for you or the bees, buddy. Alright, we only have 5 more gherkins left. It's not too bad. I know there's some stuff I didn't click on, over on the far side especially. Did I click on that? Okay, I have been there. Okay, I've clicked on that. Been there. Been there. I'm not looking for the speech bubble right now because I kind of want to just get these gherkins. Oh, is it going to be a bird? It's this guy if it is a bird. No, it's not the spoonbill. Oh, I didn't mean to. Fuck. 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 Okay, this guy. No? It's some long neck motherfucker, that's for sure. It's not one of these guys. Look at this guy. Alright. Let's leave that, because I think I've interacted with all those now. Oh, hello. There it is. I want the gherkin to look like that. Ribbed for her pleasure. We'll just leave that alone. Bye-bye. Oh, what the hell is that? Let's see, a bunch of little circles. This is... Maybe? No? Maybe? No. Maybe? No. Maybe? No. Maybe? No. Maybe? No. All of that was a big no. Maybe. Aha! The Jawbreakers! Of course. Like, oh man, I am so lost. I felt like, yeah, it's like pinging more on the completely zoomed out. I'm never gonna get this. Oh, thank God for the for the game. Just be like, here you go. You're stupid. Here. Alright, just 3 more of those little guys. We might as well just finish it up. Let's see. I don't think I clicked on this. Yeah. Circle. Oh, is it this? Oh, this is Ogden's house. Oh, it would have been really nice for the Gherkin to be in his sousaphone. That would have been a little cute. Look at them. How precious. Oh, I hate them. How dare. How dare they be cute. Stupid. Can I not click on this plant? I can't, unfortunately. Oh, I hadn't clicked on this yet. So is it this? No? Oh, it's a coffee mug. There it is. All ones. All stay, guys. I couldn't even give that Gherkin a single eye. That would have been so good. Alright, I either have one or two more. I don't remember. See, I hate that it did... Oh, it's this. It didn't show that there were Gherkins here from the very beginning. Because I was right here, you know? It's not from that direction. I guess. It's a little bit different because, like, all it showed was just the, like, the little ends of the inner tubes and not the fact that, like, they were still connected. Whatever. We still got it. Alright, and this should be the last one. Well, that was easy. We've gotten 2 trophies. Perfect. Alright, so we found all the Gherkins of this area. Alright, so now I just gotta find one more speech bubble. I have no idea. I wasn't really paying attention over here. There might be somebody over here. Okay, not the beekeeper. Not the gardener. Not the children or the birds. No one there. Okay, there's no one there. I thought maybe there might be someone inside of that. Ow! I just scratched where I hurt myself the other day. It was itchy and I didn't even think about it. Oh, why am I so stupid? I'm really good at hurting myself. Anything else, not so great. Okay, so we already got something here, so it's not there. Can't really see in there, so let's zoom in on these guys. No, I don't see any thought clouds. Oh, right here. Damn it. I came over here, saw this guy, and left, and never came back. Oh, it's Ogden's widow again. She might not have been over here then, because we encountered her over somewhere else.
So much. And for the first month, there was no letter at all. I took my place at college on the mainland without knowing how he was feeling. It was a shock how low it made me, even though I was working with flowers, my dream job. I threw
How was
myself
that
into
not
making friends.
That looks
and
so
working
good.
as hard as I could. I wondered about him travelling the world, without me and without his sousaphone. What he was doing, how he was feeling.
Why was his sousaphone on the front step? Like, that doesn't make any sense to me. Why did he... It's a little dramatic, I feel like.
Then the letters started arriving, and it was amazing. Each one came with a penny from a different country. One from Valparaiso, another from Dakar. I wrote back and told Ogden about my course.
That's so
trips to
stinking
Kew
cute,
Gardens,
man.
which were amazing. And Ogden told me about
I'm a
his
coin
voyage,
collector,
watching
so
dolphins
I would
and
be
flying
so
fish,
won over by
crossing the
that.
equator. Sometimes we were both lonely. We poured out our hearts to each other. In a funny way, I think the letters made us closer than ever. When he arrived in Christchurch, he'd send me flowers pressed in his letters. I sent him a shell from home, and then he sent me a New Zealand halfpenny. It was my favourite. On one side was the head of a Maori tiki. Ogden told me it was lucky. I came back to the island, and when my father died, I opened up my own florist shop on the quay. I tucked the halfpenny under the front step for luck, polished up Ogden's sousaphone and put it in the window. They both brought me luck, and the shop flourished.
It sounds like she's saying "hey penny," which is very close to something that we've had here in America called a wheat penny.
One day, Ogden
was that
showed
American?
up at the shop, completely out of the blue.
Ooh. It's
He
been a
told
while
me
since
there was
I've
nowhere
dealt
like
with wheat
Shelmerston,
pennies. I'm pretty sure
and
they're
no one
American.
like me.
I might
I
be
was
very
so
wrong,
thrilled
though.
to see him. I asked him to marry me there and then.
I'm like second guessing myself now.
He said yes.
Aww. So I assume we're gonna be looking for a penny.
The lure of Shelmerston. It always pulls people back when they try to move away. They were a lovely couple, Sally and Ogden.
Alright, so we need to look for a coin. Oh, well, no. This would be perfect for a coin. Maybe a little bit too logical, though. Nope, it's not. Okay, so they do pence, too. Interesting. Look at the little kiwi!
Yet one good thing about being dead, I'll never have to deal with counting change again.
I used to enjoy it as a kid, at least. Alright, so we've done all that, so now Ogden should be...
Ah, yes. A very
here.
distinctive odor indeed. I reckon I can find him from this. Here I come, Ogden.
Alright, so we just did this. Oh, there he is. Yep, bleh. I missed two. Oh my god. There they are. Oh, I think that's where I accidentally went up a little bit, and that's why I missed this too. Does he have a cowboy hat on? No, absolutely not. Oh, look at him! Alright, he's a boat. Hot.
Oh, this feels so good. Terrific to see you, Morris.
Oh, it's great to see you too, mate.
Have a stretch, Ogden. We have a question for you.
Do I need to...
Sparky!
Oh, yeah.
Owner of the very finest singing voice on the island. What can I do for you?
Here. It's hot in here today, so I walked away to go get an ice pack to like try and feel a little bit cooler. And I thought maybe if I hit X once, it will go through it, but it wouldn't.
Well, it's about the custodian. We need a replacement.
Ah, yes. I've heard that volcano rumbling. Poor Aggie must be very tired.
Everybody knows who this Aggie is.
Yes, she is. We need a replacement.
Even though like she's not out and moving around, they still know her.
Oh, you want me to be the custodian? Well, I'm honored, but I can't.
Are you sure?
Why not?
The
Come
island is
on.
in dire need.
Everybody else has said no.
I know, and I sympathize, but Sally is the other half of me. I need to watch over her.
No.
Everything else may be changing, but she's my constant, and I'm hers. I need to go into the West with her when it's her time.
Yes,
My
I
God.
understand.
Y'all's love story,
You
I
two
hate
always
it.
did have an enviable
Meh.
connection.
We were very lucky to find each other. And I'm still lucky just to watch over her. Makes this place still feel a bit like home, even as it changes. So I'm going to stay. But listen, once you've found the custodian, come back and enjoy a sniff of that beer in the Camel with me.
I have a feeling we're not going to be able to come back. I really feel like we're destined to be the custodian. We're not finding them. We're becoming like
Sure,
the
okay.
custodian somehow.
Well,
Even though we
see
haven't
you
been
around.
on, like, been dead long enough. I think that was the requirement that we were missing, was like being dead. Oh.
Well, after all these years, Ogden still carries that torch for Sally. I wish
That's
I'd
so
been so
cute.
lucky.
Yeah.
Things I should have
I think
done.
we can
You
all
were
hope to be
busy
so
with the
lucky.
museum, Morris. And you did walks, and you did fetch, and belly rubs, and...
Yeah, all right, yes. I was very busy. Thank you for reminding me.
You did plenty. But now you need to find the next custodian.
Hey, how long has Aggie been custodian?
Oh, a little while now. You've met her, actually.
I have?
Well, her body, anyway, in the museum.
What? Her body? In the museum? Oh, wait!
That's right, Morris.
The Bog Lady.
The Bog Lady?
of Shelmerston. Well, that's Aggie.
Well, that's her body, anyway. Her spirit is all around us, of course.
But Aggie is Bronze Age. 3,000 years. She's been custodian all that time?
Yep.
Wow. No wonder she's tired.
Yeah,
More
no wonder
tired
she's
every
ready to be
minute.
done.
We need to get to the next prospect. Greg Litherland, at the campsite.
Greg. Okay.
Morris does not have great thoughts about Greg. Obviously. I wonder how much real life time is passing while we're doing this. And that allows Morris to be able to become
The one
custodian.
part of the
I don't know.
island I never spent much time at. I never cared for camping. Although we did find a lot of Bronze Age goods down here. Really fascinating bits and bobs. I reckon this was an important place once. And not just to shellers.
Oh, there's so many great smells here. Oh, and so many rabbits to chase. Stop it, Sparky.
Sparky?
You have a job to do.
Sparky.
You know, I suppose I do like it better up here now I don't have to worry about combing all those burrs out of your fur. At least this part of Shelmerston isn't changing too much.
Yes. Now let's sniff out Greg.
Yeah, I always found Greg a bit difficult. That business with the owl of his.
He wasn't a bad guy at heart. Just liked animals a bit more than people, sometimes.
Same.
Maybe. But who can blame him? Let's find some people who remembered him. Dig a little deeper.
Memories of Greg Litherland.
Are the people going to be the
Here we
animals? I think we have actually had 1 or 2 animals that have remembered people. Can I? Oh, okay. We hadn't set into the scene yet. Okay, I don't see anybody. Not a soul. Edie Newman.
I only knew Greg briefly, from the summer that I took over the campsite and he retired. He seemed harmless enough, if a bit strange, living in that nasty little caravan.
Poor guy.
As part of his official handover process, he gave me a big box of rule books that I was apparently supposed to give every camper when they arrived.
Yeah,
couldn't
you gotta
believe
have
them.
rules.
The amount of inches apart each tent had to be, the angle of pitch, permitted colours of guy ropes.
Yeah, all very important things, because you want to make sure that people's stakes are far enough apart that you can walk in between and not trip over guide wires or stakes. The pitch is a little weird, like I don't understand that one. But color of guy ropes, like you want them to stand out. Like you don't want them to be green if the scenery is green or yellow if the scenery is yellow. You know, stuff like that. You don't want them to be black so you can't see them at night. You know, stuff
No
like that.
skipping ropes, marbles, conkers or throwing games. No singing with hand drums.
Alright, none of that made sense to me. I don't know why.
I built a huge fire on the beach, invited the whole site for a big party and burned the lot. But then, awkward, Greg showed up. I guess he'd been collecting some things from his caravan and came to see what the noise was all about. You could tell he wasn't comfortable, but he sat down and tried to make conversation. I told him how beautiful I thought Shelmerston was, and he started telling me all about the wildlife here and the best places to spot birds. He was actually quite a sweet guy.
And you threw away his rule book.
He must have noticed what we were burning, but he never mentioned it. That was the last time I saw him. I always felt a bit guilty. I mean, I got him wrong. He wasn't that bad.
Yeah, the only thing that I could see as being useful was the tin thing, but everything else I don't understand. It's
Well,
good
it's a
for people to
thing
have
she
fun
kept
while
one
they're
of them.
camping, you
It
know?
must be around here somewhere.
Alright, so a pamphlet. Oh, this. Right? No? Okay. Visitor book. Mallet and pegs. Best thing I've ever bought is one of these. Honestly. I spent like $15 or $10, you know, it wasn't much. And best thing I've ever bought for me. Okay, interesting. There's light coming out of the cooler. Maybe in there. Camping supplies. Mousetrap. Just kind of doing surface looking and seeing if I can. Oh, wait. It'll be in here with her, wouldn't it? No, I can't interact with any of this. If I just zoom in on it. That looks like a phone. Oh, what about this? She did save one. So I guess that's something.
What's this about dogs having to be on leads the whole time? Outrageous.
Yeah, the town I live in has a leash law. Not that, you know, some people follow it. Alright. Let's see. Oh!
I'm getting the scent of Grenkins again, Morris. I'll pop up to let you know when we're close to one.
Alright, I should probably click back all these two places because, yeah, I figured. Oh, it's gonna be like a sink. Or, yeah, like this right here. Can I click on these? No. Is it? It's two of something. No. No. I can click on one sink but not the other. That's weird. I already clicked on that. Is it this? I am getting nothing. It makes me think of like, oh, is there like a boombox or something around here? A brick. That's not pinging. Huh. Pizza menu. See if I could click on any of these, but I can't. Can't click on the trash can. Already done that. I've already clicked on everything. I think. Oh, maybe. I didn't realize that I could click on that, but that didn't seem to do it either. Fuck. Ooh, maybe click on one of the phones. Yeah, the one that's on, of course. I was about to say, don't tell me that's not it, because I know that's it. Oh, look at the little potato. Oh, there's only 8 in this area, so this area doesn't seem to be as big. I think Ogden had 5 memory things that we had to find, and this guy only has 4, so that makes sense. Okay, maybe like animal? Okay, maybe like this. Perfect. I don't know what the hell that animal. I think it's supposed to be like a mountain goat, maybe. I think some of these gherkins repeat. Alright. Oh, grave site. Okay, we have 2 things. We have... The hell is that? What is that supposed to be? I could not begin to tell you what that is supposed to be. I don't know what's going on here. Okay, you can't see the handle in that picture. Oh my gosh, please just autocomplete it for me. I don't know. See, this looks like it's closer to it. Hey, Cap. Oh, you know what? There it is. That! That! They're both making me think of something. We're gonna act like I'm not thinking of those things. Hey, Cap. How are you? I've been sipping water all throughout. You should be proud of me today. My nose is still stuffy as hell, but you know. Okay, there's a baby worm. This baby worm is not a baby. It is an adult.
My whole life I've dreamed of seeing a Jemson's sea owl. One day, I read the news that a guy on this little island called Shelmerson had discovered one. I had to see it. The only B&B on the island booked up really fast, so I decided to stay at the temporary campsite set up by the guy who discovered the sea owl, Greg Litherland. The atmosphere was amazing. There were twitchers from all over the world come to see it. Greg had given the owl a name, David Abrahams. A bit weird, but I guess he was the one who found it. And because it had no mate, it was lonely, and he'd made a model female owl out of concrete. That's quite impressive.
Yeah, that's also kind of sad for the poor little owl.
I got to know Greg a bit during my stay. He really seemed to resent all the noise and fuss on the island. His island, as he thought of it. And the irony was that he was the one who'd got everyone excited about coming to Shelmerston. Greg told us he'd take us up in
So
groups
maybe
to the
he's going to
owl's
make a
nest
good
site.
custodian?
But I snuck up early with my camera. It saw me and it flew off hooting and I didn't get a picture. I was gutted. I had to make do with a picture of the model. It wasn't the same.
No, it wouldn't be the same. Alright, so I assume it's going to be, yep, an
I
owl.
remember that. All those bird watchers suddenly arriving and nowhere for them to stay. I didn't think Greg had it in him to start a campsite, but he somehow pulled it together.
Okay, not in there. Not in there. Did you eat it? Sock. And a bottle. No. Okay, so on the outside of it. Alright, I can't interact with any of these bottles.
My whole life I've dreamed of seeing a Jemson's sea owl. The only being beyond Greg had given me Greg had to make do with it.
I don't know, maybe he ate it. I had to check. Alright, let me maybe look outside of his tent. No. Shoe. I feel like I've looked at everything. Oh, maybe, yeah, maybe it'll be in this larger area. How are there this many people? This guy, he will not sleep. Ever. All those people, he's just gonna constantly be up. Maybe the kid has it? I don't think that's a kid. I think this is supposed to be a whole ass adult. Or maybe a teenager. There it is. That one was a little bit difficult just because it wasn't. It was in the vicinity, but it wasn't in the immediate vicinity, where it seems like they're usually, like, right next to the person, you know, in the same scene. Oh, no. What could that be? I have no clue. Okay, well, it's not the thing that's on. What? Dude, I couldn't even begin. Is it like this? Oh, here we go. Turn it like that so that that's there. That's it. Come on. Give it to me. Oh, baby. See, now things are on the opposite side, but I was clicking more the other way. Yeah, it's definitely clicking more on this side even though it's opposite. Come on, that's it. Unless it's supposed to, like... Oh. Never mind, that was not it. Yeah, that's why I was opposite. Because I was looking at it the wrong way. Alright, we've gotten half of them at least. And we've gotten half of the memories too, so... Not too shabby so far. Got a memory in here? Sandy Needles. Ugh.
I love camping. We've come to Shelmerston every summer
that.
with the kids for years. Okay, our tent is a bit bright, but that means the kids can always see it. Greg seemed
Oh,
angry
wasn't
about
that one of the
everything
things?
this year. He told
He
us our
didn't-
tent was
he didn't like the color.
outside of the regulation colours, and being around the kids seemed to really upset him. But they were only being kids, just running around playing. Greg was blowing that bloody whistle every 5 minutes.
I bet he was unhappy with him running between the tents because of the whole they could trip
One
over
day,
the tit
Greg
pegs or the
confiscated
guy
my little
wires.
one's kite. He was terrifying. We still sometimes get nightmares about it. I had to do
Oh
something.
my god!
When I
How
saw
do you
Greg
still
put
get
the
nightmares
whistle
about
down,
somebody stealing a
I
kite?
pinched it and took out the pea. You know, the thing that makes the noise. I threw that pea somewhere Greg would never find it. You should have seen his face when he blew his whistle and nothing happened.
Alright, well, I think that's the first time we've ever gotten a memory
I
where
always
the
wondered
person
how Greg managed to get so
hated
good
the
at hand
person.
whistling.
Great, so we're looking for a little ball. Nope, 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 nope. You have a little ball in your sleeping bag? We know now it could just be like in the hole of the campsite. Oh. What are these? Is what? Oh god. Is one of these balls it? Little balls of poo? No. No. Please, God, no. Okay, poo. Yep, that's poo, poo. Okay. Got some rabbits up in here. Or deer. I think deer also have round poo. How many days do you have left to finish this? I don't know. It didn't say. Wait. This one said pee. No, rabbit poo. Damn it! It's one of these, isn't it? Maybe it is this one. Oh my god! Hi, Pirate, how are you? It
The
baited me.
smell of
man.
rabbit poo. It doesn't excite me the way it used to when I was alive.
My old dog used to eat rabbit poo. Like, she would go all over the yard sniffing, and she would find it, and she'd eat it. It was gross. Alright, so we have one more memory, and we have still 4 more gherkins. Canoe, maybe? Yeah. Maybe like this? Should be going the other way. Oh, thank God. I was like, wait, I'm not moving it. And sometimes I stop it from moving by moving the thumbstick. What the hell is that? Oh, wait, let me check for the memory. Nope. Oh, there's so many people. See, when you see like the amount of people that should be able to fit in a tent. This is what they want. This is they want all these people crammed into a tent. Like a 2-man tent is not. A 2-man tent is a 1-person tent. A 3-man tent is still a 1-person tent. A 4-man tent is a 2-person tent. Oh, I like space. I like having my own personal space. There is just no one in here. This person is gone. They got lost. They never made it back, and nobody's looking for them. There are a lot of people here. Oh, these might be the people. Alright, so we're looking for something triangular. Huh. Maybe the fire? I cannot interact with the fire. Oh, that's weird. I swear we've seen that gherkin before. Alright, let's go ahead and grab this oh, actually, let's come back. Because I don't think we get to explore after we get the last memory. Or maybe we do, because I think I just automatically release the dog. And I don't have to do that. Maybe this? Yeah. It's 3D bad fuck. 3D batteries. Might actually be C. Those are not AA's or AAA's though, let me tell you. So this is a time where they had cell phones, but they were also still using either C or D batteries. Interesting. Nothing I can click on here. Oh, this must be Greg's old caravan, yeah. Oh. Alright, nothing here. That would have been perfect. The hell is that? What kind of game are y'all playing? Maybe there's another cooler around. Because it does kind of make me think of a cooler or, ooh, maybe a dish pan. So let's go into Greg's thing. Not that. I know I kind of guessed at what it might be, but I'm checking all this other stuff because I could be wrong. And it's good just to, like, check everything as you're going through it. I don't know how many people I have left to try and find the person to take over for Aggie. Did you ever complete this game, Pirate? You did? Oh, okay. Kind of surprised. You got the plat and everything? Okay, yeah, if I click on this, it takes me really close. Alright. And then the only other thing is that I can click on is this 10. So it's one of these two locations. Oh, I didn't click on that before. Nope. Not that. I can't click on the dishes or the dish pan. It's not the soap. Uh-huh. Okay. That's pretty amazing. I'm gonna be so upset if it's something in here. I feel like I've clicked on everything and I don't know what it is. I know these aren't necessary, but they are to get the plat. But they're not necessary to complete the game. Downward dog. Okay. Where is it? What did I miss? I clicked on all this, right? The hat? I don't see it being any of the pictures, but just in case, because like I said, I feel like I've clicked on everything. And I can't click on any of these, which I didn't think it was any of those anyway. Alright, clicked on all that twice. Feels like I should be able to... Oh. It's not! Oh my god. I didn't go into here before. It's gotta be in here. Oh my god. Hi. Son of a bitch. I hated that. That sucks so bad. At least that was the last one of this area. I'm gonna have to go back and do all those little, like, timed search things, but I'm not gonna worry over that. Like, those are difficult, and I'm just gonna have a little walkthrough ready for it. Where is... Here you are. Oh, Jesus. The face.
Miles and
Me.
I came to Shelmerston for the Sheller Cup final. Miles was the world champion for ages. Greg, the campsite manager, was a huge Sheller fan. Always gave us the best pitch on the campsite. Miles was up early every morning, training for the big race. Greg would always be lurking in the background, taking photos. It became rather annoying. How many photos did he need? Oh God, and one time he turned up at our barbecue and wouldn't leave. The man could not take a hint.
2 out of the 4 people hated Greg.
So, race day arrives,
This poor
and Greg is
man.
there with his camera, of course, getting in everyone's way. So, Greg leans out into the track as the pack came past, Miles in the lead. And Miles goes crashing right into Greg. Total disaster. Miles goes down and Kwasi flies past him to win the race. Miles was absolutely gutted. He definitely would have won it. Later that night, all us Shellers were on our way back from the pub and we heard Greg outside his caravan, just sat by himself, crying. Miles, he was such a good sport, went over and spoke to him, invited him over to our camp for a drink. So then Greg came back and hung out with us, brought his camera and showed us all his Sheller race photos. You know, that guy was actually a pretty great photographer. By the end of the night, Miles had forgiven him. Miles was good like that.
Sorry, I had to blow my nose. What do you mean, was? Did Miles die too?
Shellers. I've never understood the appeal of that.
I don't know
Seems blooming
what that
uncomfortable
is.
to me.
It seemed like you put a shell on and you're blind and
He
you
was
run.
always rubbing people up the wrong way, but he meant well. And he really loved this place.
Well, then maybe he'll love being the custodian. Alright, so I gotta find a camera. Head coach. Oh! So they're not together, which it seemed like they were. Alright, there's a lot of stuff kind of over here. Oh, camera. Yeah, the camera that I saw earlier. Yeah.
Oh, I wish we could
Wait.
use this.
I thought there were only
I am
4.
a very photogenic dog, you know.
I thought there were only 4. There's 5? I could have sworn I only saw 4. I swear, dude. Oh, I hate that. That's gotta be horrible for your bed. That one's a little bit better. You got any memories, bud? You look like Flanders. Heidi-ho, neighborino. Oh, here, I didn't click on this one. Oh no, that she's just cleaning up her shelf. I hate this. I hate it so much. Horrible. Whoa! I don't think I'm supposed to be able to click on them. Let me see, were there people in here? Anybody got any memories? Aha.
My best thing is throwing discs. I am really good. I like playing with Dan and Todd. It's our favourite thing when we go camping on Shelmerston.
She's gonna hate Greg too.
One time, Greg Lifflin came up the beach, all red-faced like an angry tomato. He pointed at a sign. It said, "No throwing games." He was yelling and shouting at us. He told me to give him my disc, but I wouldn't. I threw it high up into the air, and it went bang into a massive bird.
This
Then
is
the
why.
bird fell into the sea.
Oh my god, no. This is why. This is why there's no throwing games. I'm with Greg.
I felt so awful. I never meant to hurt the birds. The whole thing was terrible. Mr. Lifferland was screaming. He waded into the sea, picked up that bird, and carried it back to the beach. He was crying and crying. I'm sorry, Mr. Litherland.
This is why.
Oh, Greg. Poor guy. Oh, and that poor bird. I guess that explains why he was always so prickly.
He was just trying to do his best for the wildlife, man. And people hated him for it. They brought cheese and beer. That's all they brought with them to camp. Guys, I'm all gonna be out in the ocean, or is it gonna be in his caravan? Because there's some balls in here. There it is. Is that not it? Oh, it's for cricket. I mean, cricket's just throwing by hitting. It's the same thing. I don't know what the hell those are. They look like balls to me. But I guess they're not. Or at the very least, not the balls that we're looking for. There's a knife set. What was in the cooler box? Nothing. Oh, could I? Fuck. Be weird. No, it's not in there either. Nope. Instead of that. Oh, that's a bug. Okay, doesn't seem like it's in his camp. It didn't seem like it was in their camp. Alright, well, she said she threw it into the ocean. He only came back with the bird, so maybe. But it was, like, highlighted there, like it was there. So let's go over to the ocean real quick. I guess it is over here, then. I hate it. Alright, this frisbee doesn't exist. I'm sure of it. Frisbee is no more. I mean, she threw it. She killed a bird with it. They didn't keep it. That's why I thought maybe he took it, you know? And that's why I thought maybe it was in his caravan. But I didn't see it in there. Yeah, I don't see... I've clicked on everything. Right, let's zoom all the way out. I don't know why it would be over here, but let's do our thing. Okay, I've clicked on everything out here. Is it hiding outside somewhere? I don't see it. There's nothing I can click on out here. Oh my god. Are you telling me this isn't it? It's a flying disc. The game's giving up on me. That's what it is. The game's giving up on me. It's like, no. You don't get any more. Oh my god. I hate it here. I want to quit.
I love these things. Reminds me of our walks on the beach.
Alright, so we've gotten all the memories, we've gotten all the gherkins.
Okay, I've got his scent. It was quite faint, but I'm a very good dog. Let's go find him.
Come on, Sparky, do your job, girly. Oh, that's as low as I can go. Okay. Some more. Where'd Greg or whatever his name is go? I think I got them all now. Oh, JK. Now I've got them all. It's gonna be so sad if I missed one. I was gonna have to ride all the way around again. Greg seemed very concerned about his spiritual... Well, he looks exactly how I thought he was gonna look.
Greg!
One man.
Hello!
Morris, what are you doing here? Oh, hello.
Kind of sounds like I
Hi,
expected
Greg.
to.
You can talk now. Rather prefer my animals when they don't talk.
Wow. Yeah,
Greg,
get him.
we
Get him,
need to
Sparky.
ask you, would you be interested in being the next island custodian? It's a very important job.
Oh, no, absolutely not.
Because of all the people,
This
I
is
bet.
your mess, and you can sort it out.
What?
My mess?
How? What do you mean,
What
my
do you
mess?
You dug her up. I warned you, and I warned you when we were still alive, that those archaeological digs were a bad idea. And now we know exactly how bad.
Does he think that me digging up Aggie
Well, now hold on,
did this?
Greg. That's not how that works.
Oh, isn't it, talking dog? 3,000 years, no eruptions. You dig Aggie up, and then suddenly her grip on the island is weakening. Well, some coincidence that sounds like.
But I didn't. I never did.
Aw, poor Boris.
No. There's no way I'm doing that job. It's too much obligation, it's not my responsibility, and frankly, one lifetime of humans was plenty for me. Now, I'm going to stay right here until I can find David Abrams.
Fine. Thanks, Greg. See ya, I suppose.
Thanks, Greg.
I had such high hopes, and Greg has ruined them all. Greg's a piece of shit, man.
It's not looking good, is it, old girl?
Don't worry, Morris. I hate it when you worry. It makes me nervous.
Well, if we
He's
could talk
waiting
to
for
Aggie.
David Abrams.
Oh wait, that's right, we
I
can't.
guess I'm like him in that way. The most important person in my life wasn't technically a person, more like an island.
Yes.
Oh my
the
God.
Island. This island. A whole island's worth of people and stories. Not like Greg at all. Everyone loves you.
Really? Well, loved me, perhaps,
in the
past
game?
tense.
No, they still do. And there's one more person who loves you we need to talk to. Our last prospect. I just know we're getting close now.
Hey, Sparky,
Not quite the end yet.
how do you know all this stuff? I mean, you're just my dog, aren't you?
Well, nobody is just anything, Morris. I'm mostly the dog you raised, but I'm also kind of a messenger, a scout, part of something bigger. Aggie sent me to help guide you.
Aggie sent you?
No time to explain, Morris. We have to get to the last prospect.
Let me tell
however
you,
it came to be,
I was
I'm
right.
glad I get to spend more
None
time
of these
with
people
you,
were
old
prospects.
So
This
am
was
I,
all
Morris.
about
Now, off to see Samfire
like
down
Morris
at the harbour.
becoming who he
Sam.
needs to be
Yeah,
to
lead the
become
way, girl.
the island custodian. What was the name? I wasn't paying attention. I was talking and I forgot to pay attention. I think it was Sam, maybe? My water looks
the
diseased.
harbour. I always loved watching the boats come in and out. Never did get around to expanding the fishing exhibit, did I? You remember coming down here with me?
I'd have liked it better if you'd have let me swim.
I love your confidence, Sparky. But you always thought yourself a bigger dog than you actually were.
Oh. Lots more boats than there used to
What
be,
kind
though,
of dog
aren't there?
was Sparky?
Certainly
Because
are.
Sparky looks like a
Shelmaston got
medium-sized
busy.
dog in the
Oh,
spirit
this is
realm,
busier
at
than
least.
even I remember.
Sparky like
Say,
a chihuahua.
how long have we been doing this search?
Oh, I don't know, Morris. Once you're dead, time seems to be a bit less important.
Does it?
Oh
I
my
don't know.
god.
I suppose it seems a bit galling that time and everything else keeps moving even though I've stopped. Makes a man feel unimportant.
Oh, you're not unimportant, Morris. You're saving the island. And to do that, we better go find some people who remember Samfire.
Yes. Yes.
Samfire?
Sam surely understands the feeling of watching everything change. Fish folk live for what, 200 years? That's no small amount of change.
Not volcano change, though, Morris. And that's what we need to avoid. Off we go!
Samfire. One of the fish folk, Sam was one of the first of their kind to fully integrate with the ways of the land. Taking a position of responsibility as Schmellerson's, I forgot how it said, harbor controller. Sam played an important part in helping the island to retain its own identity in the face of industrialization and tourism. Okay. Sam sounds like a good thing, but it's us. We're the chosen one. Always. It's a fish. A fish remembers the fisherman. That doesn't look like a... Oh. Oh. No.
I swim with a pod south of the Fire Isles.
No.
I believe the dry-siders call the larger one
It's a merman.
Shelmerstone. It's where the ceremony happens for the dry-sider who stopped the world from cracking.
What?
That's where I first heard talk of toast, and where I met the friend called Samfire.
I hate this.
I did
his
not
little
believe
face.
it at first.
I hate
a
everything.
food which snaps so dry. Then one morning at sunup, I followed the ship and caught a blackened slice as it arced into the water. This was the start of my
I love that he
lifelong
likes dry
love
food.
of toast.
Why are you talking? I hate
I
it.
saw Samfire on the dry side and came up out of the sea to ask them for toast. They asked me to put on some pants, but I refused to denigrate myself with dry-side fabric. No matter, I had brought some shiny coins with me that I found on the seabed and secreted in my swimming falls.
Oh.
Sam took me to their parents' toast shack, but they refused to serve me without clothes. They also told me that my shiny coins were unsuitable, too old. So Sam lent me some trousers, and I swept the toast shack in return for crispy slices. Sam
This is
taught me
giving
some
me,
of the ways of the dry-siders. But to be honest, I'm only
salad
interested
fingers.
in the toast.
Just a little bit,
I
like
never
the
wanted
voice.
to eat anything else. Sam understood this. I spend my nights swimming through the black waters of the deepest ocean trenches. By day, I come up onto quayside and fill up on the finest crusted seedy bloomer, almost black. No butter.
No butter. No taste.
Oh, I could really go for a nice piece of toast right now. But, yeah, with butter.
Yeah, with butter. Absolutely. No butter. Why? Be too simple for it to be with the food. Yeah. Let's see. In here. Yeah, it's totally gonna be in their luggage. I don't. No, that's a hat case. This is toast, right? Totally. It looks like toast. My toast is also purple. I don't know. I'm gonna look in the pillows. There might be something in the pillows. I don't trust anything in this game, man. There's nothing in the pillows. I wasted all of our time. Not a single pillow has anything in it. I don't know why. I thought there would be something in it, but I had nothing else. Okay, we can't click down in the cargo. Maybe they left some food up here. I don't know what the hell that's supposed to be. Not what we're looking for, though. I'm guessing. It's the only thing in this area, other than this guy. Yeah, it's just this guy, and then... Oh, wait, we could click on the propellers. I don't know why there'd be toast of the propellers. But, I don't know. I don't have any reason for anything anymore. how did I miss toast? You're fucking with me, man. Why? How? Why? That's stupid. That's stupid. I want to stretch too, because that was stupid.
It's a shame, but it doesn't seem like there's a whole lot of toast on this.
That was dumb as shit, man. Yeah, so that's not very toasted. Alright, so we got our first memory.
I'm getting the scent of Grenkins again, Morris. I'll pop up to let you know when we're close to one.
Does there happen to be one in here? Of course. What would that be? Could be something in here? No, that would have been... Hey, Asterius! Are you still angry? Oh, all the time. I'm angry that it's hot. I'm angry that I can't find things in this video game. I just... I'm angry that I have to be human. Need I go on? Oh, okay. How does this become that? Oh. You know, I said oh, but I really don't know. How? Why? Why it be like this? Okay, so bring that. And then oh, thank God. You're the top streamer of this game? Yeah, not many people were watching this game. Which is fine. This is something that I started playing a while ago, and I figure I might as well finish it. I'm having fun with it, other than the whole, like, being angry at it thing. So that's just normal for me. Alright, so this has a gherkin and a memory. There's a memory. Let's see, it kind of looks round, maybe like a fishbowl. Kind of fishbowl looking things. No. Not the devil. Not the fucking devil. Oh no, it's the devil. Hidden diamond. Lonely mouse ball. Stationary honing device. Wee secret weapon. Captain sausages. I don't ever want to see a captain sausage. Ever. No, thank you. Oh. Are we here? No. It just got away while we were doing that guy's thing. But we didn't really do that guy's thing. Oh, it's not a fishbowl. It's a teapot. Maybe from the bottom. There we go. Yay! Could have been a light bulb. I've had a light bulb before for a previous guy, but what's going on in this game? I have no idea what's going on in this game. Neither do I sometimes. So, the whole, like, premise of this game is that your character died. And, the spirit that kind of ruled over this island and kept everything together, they are
it was the sixth summer
slowly
after I
but surely
that I went to my
not keeping
first
things together.
Aggie's
And
Day
so you need to
ceremony.
find
You know,
a new
Aggie,
spirit to take
the
over
dry
for
side who
Aggie,
saved the world
which is
from cracking in two.
the custodian.
We
on the
don't go
island.
on land until we're 6 years old. It's all
And so you go around finding memories of these different
Standing up
spirit
is hard
people
at
that died on the
weight
island.
distribution.
And
I
you
went
find
up
little
dry
collectibles like the
side
little
for the
grinkins,
ceremony,
which I call
and that
gherkins.
was where I first met Sam.
Arguably weirdest game backstory ever. I wouldn't say weirdest, but it's pretty weird. I should have been doing this while they were talking.
It was so loud and hot out there. All that shell blowing. I was bored, and my body felt dry and heavy. I was too
because you weren't in the
young.
water anymore, you little merman.
There were souvenir stores selling bracelets with little stones of polished lava. I wanted one so bad I would not shut
It would have
up
been
about
stones
it.
of polished lava. It would have been stones of, like, obsidian, maybe.
Sam saw I was fed up. They took me up the beach, away to the dunes, and Sam gave me a little polished stone of my own to play with. Had a heart of gold, they did. It wasn't until years later that I found out it was a tiny replica of the one Aggie died on.
Sorry, my nose is
We
just
became good friends.
giving me a fit, as
Sam
always.
helped a lot. They were always on my side. My pod, we were quite traditional, didn't like us working with the dry-siders, but Sam talked me into going for the job as a diver on the new harbour. If it wasn't for them, I don't think I'd have tried.
I'm just curious about
That
how
stone was
the
my lucky
mermen are
charm.
able to...
I took it with me. when
Not
I
only,
went to the
I mean,
interview,
surface is one
and I
thing,
took
but
it
they're,
down
like,
with
able
me when I
to
went on my
stay
first
on the
dive.
surface.
I had a pocket made specially in my tomb.
I don't like that I'm seeing merman, but...
Sam took me under their fin, invited me out to the camel, and let me stay with them and Blythe on the ferry if it was a late one. And there were plenty of late ones. Karaoke nights are still my favorites. Every time I feel that lucky stone in my pocket, I think of Sam.
Okay, so we're gonna go looking for a stone, I guess.
I remember all the fish folk coming up on the beach for Aggie's Day when I was a lad. Seems less of a big deal these days. I guess they still celebrate it, but, well, it's a lot more sedate. Back then, oh, it was a huge
Maybe that's
event.
why Aggie's kind of lost a grip on the island. People are, like, worshipping or celebrating her as much. Alright, where would you be if you were a rock? I don't know what these things are. Concrete armor unit. Oh my god, it's gonna be in the concrete mix. Nope. That would have been good, but no. Can I save it from being in the concrete mix? No, it's not in there. Did he say what job he worked? Because maybe I could, like, look where he was working. He said he was diving, right? But I can't really go down into the ocean. Maybe something in here. There's something right there. You see that? Is this it? Lost map. Oh! Hey. 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 I can't. There we go. I have to come back and get all those later, but, because I'm not gonna worry about that. That's... I just got lucky. Ted Tetra, the official C-Def stress relief toy. I hate it and love it. I don't know. Floppy disks! So, what year is it? 3.5 inch, 1.44 megabytes. Oh my god. Oh, I love it. I love it so much. What's this? Oh, VGA cables. You gotta hang on to all your wires, man. You never know when you're gonna need one. Like me. I still need a Game Boy charging cord, and I will never get one. Because you can find some on Amazon, but every time I read a review for them, people are like, it ruined my charging port, and now I can't charge my Game Boy anymore. And I'd rather just never be able to play with it again than have it ruined. You know? More VGA cables. Let me re-equip myself. Wii secret weapon. Stationary honing device, hidden diamond, captain sausages. Oh, I didn't mean to click on it, whatever. If I don't find it, I don't find it. It's not a big deal. Be funny if I actually found it. That's tea bags, I guess. Everybody loved cricket. Or at least a lot of people, because that's not the first time that we've seen cricket around here. Alright, there's some crisps. Where would the captain hide his sausages? Why are there markers in a dirty cup? That's gross. There's so much stuff in here for me to click on and look at. I've surely missed things. Like there's just no way. Oh man. Anything I could click on up here? I could click on Gareth Jacobs. But I can't click on anything seemingly up there. Okay. I have no clue where this rock could be. Absolutely none. I feel like I've looked everywhere, but like I said, there's no way I can look everywhere. There's just too much stuff. I'm as zoomed in as I could be. Not gonna be on him. I'm just looking for a rock. So it's gotta be somewhere in here. Oh, man. Did I look in here before? A mug with a computer mouse in it. Why? Sausages. Nope. Just bread and egg and tomato. Makeshift pin pot. It's shoes. Wow. Wow. I'm gonna have to look and see where this rock is. Maybe in a pocket? Coral's coat. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh, I hated that. That was so in-depth. There's too many things in this one area. I would not be good at that observation duty game.
Magic stones? I knew humans were superstitious, but I thought the fish folk would be a bit more savvy.
Get me out of here. Hated that. Bye-bye. Screw you, Coral. Alright, we got a memory and we got a thingy thing. What could the thingy thing be? Okay, it's not that. I don't know how this is all set up. This does not make any sense. Okay, I think I've clicked on everything in here. Maybe not this middle barrel. No. Okay, none of that. Okay, that wasn't too bad. That makes me feel a little bit better. Well, that is something. I'm gonna say what kind of something, but that is something. Alright, come on, guy. Don't make this hard on me. He's got balls on his chin.
By the time Sam started as the harbour controller in '79, the fishing industry in Shelmiston was on its arse. No way to compete with those factory trawlers from the mainland, was there? Couldn't moor those things anywhere near the island, even if we had them. Of course we were all smuggling, stands to reason, done it? There was no money. All those old fishing sheds on the quay, the ones the tourists like, were falling down. Whole place looked, pardon me, like a tip. There was a lot of trouble at first. Sam trying to stick by the rules and catch us out any way they could, and us trying any which way to give her the runabout. Wasn't easy, mind you. She was smart, that Sam. You never knew when they were going to pop her head out of the water beside your tub.
My
and
bad.
to be fair to Sam, some of them smuggling
Sam
boys
could
were
be
baddies.
male or female,
Stuff
so
the booze on some of them boats.
I
that's the
made
truth.
assumptions due
Probably know
to
better things
the
than put a
work.
stop to it. But in time, Sam started to see how things were, how we do things, and we came to an understanding of sorts. If Sam turned a blind eye to a bit of the decent stuff, the harmless stuff, then we'd report the worst of it. I mean, we all want to keep the seas safe, stands to reason. Plus, Sam was partial to a bottle or two of the sheep shank on occasion. Oh, yeah.
The what?
Sam was sharp as a gutting knife. They made us hand over some of the, shall we say, dividends to fix up the quay. All them sheds and that. Make them into something we'd be proud of. Turn things around for Shelmiston, that did. Now we get more of those tours.
All those
since
people
the
look
big
like
ferry
dolphins.
started. And they love a day out on a boat. Ken takes them all out, he does. At the same time, Sam organised a kind of work-sharing thing with the fish folk. Got some of them to swim along with the fishing boats, help them locate the biggest shoals. Gave those big trawlers with all their fancy radar gear a run for their money. We'll never be big players in the fishing down here. But thanks to Sam, we hold our own. Bless him.
I reckon I still have a bottle or two of sheep shank stashed away at the museum. Don't suppose anyone will ever drink them now.
I still don't know what sheepshank is, and I don't know if I want to know at this point. Alright, so it says it's somewhere in here. It's got to be one of these bottles. Is it one of these guys? No. It's not. It's in the box. No. On the keg. That'd be silly. Oh! Shit. Right here. 80 proof. Yeah. It's not bad. I don't think I ever drank anything that was 80 proof.
Ah.
I don't think I
Kind
could.
of spirit to the ones we've
It does
been
not
looking
sound
for.
fun. Now, when I was younger, I probably would have gone for that, but I like to enjoy my drink now, so I don't want to just suffer, you know? Alright, so we got that. Hey, little guy. Look at you. Oh my god. You're gonna die out here. Have fun. Well, that's something. Alright, so we've got a memory, but not a gherkin. Unfortunately. Being such a big area. Okay, I was about to say, maybe it's so big that there might be multiple on this ship. Okay, so I'm looking for something fucking abstract as all hell. How on earth am I supposed to find something like that? I swear. How? Are you? No. How about you? No. You? No. I couldn't even begin to tell you what that is gonna be. Like, sometimes you can look at something and kind of guess. No clue. No, or oh, maybe? No. No earthly idea. Maybe this? No. What is it? Someone here? I don't know. Okay, none of the glasses will let me click on. Ooh, I can click on this. No. Click on that. That is also not what we're looking for. Okay, I can't click on any of these individually. See, it does kind of seem like a box, you know? But it's just not pinging on any of these. You can't click on any of these individually. Oh shit, I forgot there was a whole rest of the room. Oh no, I completely forgot there was a whole other part of the room. I thought it was just that one area. I had been in there in that one area for too long. Oh, here it is. But how? Okay, obviously it wants me to look at it from... Oh, wait. Could it be this? I have no clue. It definitely goes up in speed here. I don't see what they're looking for, you know? Dear God, please take the wheel. Jesus, please. I have no idea what you want from me. I am not seeing anything like the photo. How? I don't see how any of this could look the way the photo looks. I don't see anything anywhere. I don't see it upside down. Wait. I actually can kind of see it upside down. Not really. How is that more like it than looking at the internals at which... Oh, why? Please just give it to me. Oh, thank God. My ice pack is not ice anymore. It's just gel. I'm fine. Just having just mildly annoyed. Just mild. All right. Who got a memory? Or is it just somewhere on this boat? Oh, it's just somewhere on this boat. Okay. Oh gosh. Okay. Two little thingies. There. There. You are two little thingies. You are two little thingies. You're not two little thingies. I would have been so mad if it started pinging on that one. Oh, okay. Maybe... I don't know how I got that. I have no clue. But that's fine. It took over for me. That is perfectly fine. Okay, so we got 4 more. What is that? It kind of looks like a refrigerator. Oh. Oh no. Okay, it got it for me. Thank God. Oh, it's like the little drive shaft or whatever. Okay, we got 3 more gherkins. And 2 more memories. Not too bad. Alright. I think we've been to every room. Ooh, we have not been here. I was about to say. Alright, so let's see. No, I didn't think it was here. No, actually, is it the phone? No. Pick and mix? I don't know what the heck is in that pick and mix, but it looks vile. Okay, I can't... Oh, I can interact with this. Aha! Let's see. Easy peasy. We've got how many more gherkins in this area? The supposed last area, 7 out of 9. Do you remember if this is the last area, Pirate? Like, do I need to... I I kind of want to finish it tonight, but I don't know if I'm gonna have time. Okay, it's not that. I guess if I just went straight story and then did all the little fiddly stuff on my own, then I probably would have time. Oh, it's gotta be the fish. I need to, like, turn this on its axis, and I don't know how to do that. Oh, come on. Just give it to me, please. Oh, man. Finally got that in the corner closer to what it needs to be. But the fish are nowhere near what they need to be. See what I mean about I need to turn it on its axis? Because now that looks good. Like on the left, it looks a little bit better. I hate this. I hate it so much. Like, it sounds like it's so close, but it doesn't look anything like the photo. I cannot get this. That does not make any sense to me. See, it's acting like it's so close, but it is the furthest away. Oh, thank God. Yeah, we've definitely seen that scribble. Alright, we just have one more gherkin. Hopefully the whole fucking game. Hopefully I got them all in their other areas. Alright, Blythe.
I first met Sam when I sailed the new ferry, the Queen of the Isles.
I like
into
this horse.
harbor.
It's a little interesting.
Of course, I'd heard of the fish folk, but I'd never met one. Sam was an amazing pilot. Knew the waters better than any boatman. It was strange, steering a course for someone actually in the water. But we never went wrong with Sam to guide us in. Next time I was in Chelmerston, we went for a drink at the Camel. I'm more into bats than beer, but Sam was intriguing, and the atmosphere in there was great. Like a warm nest. Great band, too.
Damn it.
Awesome
Damn it.
sousaphone player.
There we go.
I think we got on
Oh.
because we were both a little bit on the outside of things.
They're all connected.
Sam
I mean, it's a
invited me
small
over
island,
for
so.
toast and hot chocolate. Honestly,
Well,
hot
assuming it's a
chocolate
small
doesn't
island.
do it for me. But the toast, that multi-seed bread. Sam made the best toast. I told Sam that next to a good cuttlefish bone, that it was my favorite snack. I stayed over. In the morning, we went for a walk along the beach. And just as the sun was rising, I took them flying on my back. We went up and looked down over the islands. Sam wasn't scared at all. They said it was like swimming through the air.
I mean, it's probably
It was
humid as all
on the
get out,
next
so
trip to
yeah.
Chelmerston. We just sighted land when Sam's head popped out of the water right beside my berth and passed me a fresh cuttlefish bone, carved especially for me.
That's so sweet.
When we moved in together, it was the best day of my whole life. I put that cuttlefish bone on my bedside table within beak reach. I still look at it every day, every single day.
Alright, so now we're looking for a
I
cuttlefish
just
bone.
remembered that time Blythe and I did a duet at the karaoke. I can't believe I agreed to it. Must have had a few too many. I never knew how Sam and Blythe met.
They were roommates. Those were the right shape. I didn't click on every single one of them. Maybe I should have clicked on every single one. He said he kept it on his bedside table. So it shouldn't be in here. You would think. But it says it's in here. Yeah, it's in here. Okay, sync is not clickable. Bell is not clickable. Picture is clickable. Oh, look at them. They were roommates. Alright, I need to stop that. Alright. Maybe inside a pocket. Any pocketses? No, no pocketses. In the can. There's Captain's sausages. Oh my god. Okay. Making sure I definitely can't click on any of these. Not in there. Okay, this is as close as I can get. Okay, it's not inside any of those cups. It's not inside of there for some reason. It's not in there. Not up under there. It's not inside of there. Wait, there are some things in there. Nah, just pieces for the game. Okay. Cribbage, whatever that is. What am I missing? It says it's in here, but there's definitely... What have I not clicked on? I've gone and looked at the ketchup. I've looked at the ketchup. I've looked in the can. I've clicked on every single one of these. Can't zoom in anymore on any side. I can't like look through on the back, so it's not like it's hiding on the back, I wouldn't think. Let me quickly, was it over here? Where's that thing? Oh, it was on a different boat, wasn't it? Not you. Click on it. There we go. At least I got something. Where are you at? Alright, this is as far out as I can be. This is as close as I can be. Can I click on cabinet? No. Plates? No. Cup? No. Sink? No. It's not hidden somewhere in this photo. There's only 1, 2, 3, 4 things I can click on. I've clicked on all of them. And then if we go here, all I can click on is the cribbage, the game. And that's the only thing hiding in the whole board. And if we go over here, all we can click on is this. And it's not inside of there. And then the painting, we can click on him. We already checked the painting. I felt like pretty good. You can't look behind the painting. So then the only other thing in this room is this. And see, like I said, these have the right shape. But I cannot click on any of them. I've tried all 3 of them. Nothing inside the champagne bottle. Nothing behind it. Nothing behind the fish. Nothing inside the fish I can tell. Unless there's like something carved on them and I can't see it. But they said a cuttlefish bone. And these are kippers. And I've clicked on all of this. I'm gonna be upset when I look it up and like somehow I did not happen to hover over something. Alright, I'm gonna have to look it up because I cannot for the life of me. And it's supposed to be in this room because it's bumped out to let you know. So we're looking for a cuttlefish bone? I don't even know. This is for who is this for? I cannot remember. I am dead. Okay, we got the polished stone, cuttlefish carving. The Queen of the Isles, look for the wheelhouse? It's not in here? What? What? It's not in there? It was bumped out like it was in there. Why was it bumped out if it wasn't in there? It's stupid. Oh, okay. We're fine.
I used to love finding these on the beach.
Great. I'm so glad that you love finding these. I hate them. Alright, we're leaving this place. I fucking hate it here. I just need one more memory. Someone give me one more memory of whoever it is that I'm looking for. Dear God, please. Let me... You guys got a memory? Any thoughts in that head? Oh. Hello. Alright. I still have a gherkin. We're fine. Everything's fine. Alright, it's not gonna be that. Okay, there's none of that. None of that. Is it gonna be this? No. What's this? Big net. Thank you. Very informative. I love it. Not that. Sir, I will get to you in just a moment. I have to find the final gherkin. Dear God, please. Box of boobies. I didn't even know this room was here. Pizza, no. Box, no. You, no. Cup? No. Why would it be cup? Cup? No. Ooh, ham and cheese. I made pizza today. It was very nice. Okay, that's not at all what we're looking for. Oh, quiche. Ah, oh, that would be so nice too. Ooh, this, yeah, all the little like knobs and stuff. Oh, let's see. Please tell me. Oh, that's just all the gherkins here in this area. Please tell me. Oh, I didn't get all the gherkins at the museum. Okay. Well, I'm gonna have to go back at some point and do that. But that will probably be on my own time.
When I was a kid, I hated the annual Morlo Cull. I was kept away and found excuses not to be there. Then, age 10, my dad marched me down to the beach with other men and put a knife in my hand. It was the worst day of my life. I saw Morlo slip from jaw to belly, more blood than you could imagine. I didn't sleep for months after. But you grow up, don't you? I never felt it right that we was killing Morlos, but what could I do about it? I was just a fisherman. One day I see Samfire, the new harbour officer, handing out leaflets on the quayside. Stop that, Col. I went along to that first meeting at the campsite. Greg Litherland was one of the other organisers. It was beautiful. So much hope around that campfire. When I spoke about the pain of the Morlo, it really felt like the young uns were listening. Me, Sam and Greg held regular events to raise funds for badges and patches. I was proud to wear mine.
There's a lot of activism that happens with the like 10 people who live here.
There was quite a rift between us and the old guard. They felt the ban was an attack on our ways. Sam and me took a load of the fishermen out for a beer, and Sam made them listen. They really respected Sam. We got most of them on our side that way. By 87, we finally felt like we had enough support to push for change. So the week before the Morlo showed up, we organised a mass die-in on the beach. There were loads of us lying down on that sand. Islanders, fishermen, fishfolk all together. And the press showed up, and the mainland TV, and for the first time in 500 years, we stopped that cull.
Oh, that's good.
I'm so glad we don't do that cull anymore. I was proud of Sam and that lot when they finally made the old uns see sense. And, well, I did my
it's one thing if you're killing for
Held a lot
food
of those early
and
meetings at the museum we did.
whatnot, but it doesn't seem like they were killing for food. It just, like, a cull, when I hear that, it just means, like, you're killing to control population. Alright, I haven't seen anything that looks like that. But maybe see, it could be anywhere. That's not it. Some pineapple on pizza. Okay, just mustard and ketchup, that's fine. Just pizza. So much pizza. Alright, I've already looked through all that. shouldn't be in here, but let's check. No. I deserve cookies after finishing this game. I don't need them though. I have eaten other sweets today. Ooh, here we go. Here's some lockers. There it is. Save the Morlo. Oh, it's so cute. Looky there.
Oh, I love Morlos. Such gentle creatures.
Yeah. Alright. So, we got our last thing, hopefully forever.
Oof. Sam, this is an easy scent profile. I'm coming, Sam.
Yeah, I believe it's easy. Alright, we have to do that one more time. There we go. Alright, Sparky. One last run, little buddy. We're almost done. Oh, these guys weren't with me. There we go. Okay, that got him half. One, 2, 3, 4. Oh no, I think I got 6. I don't know where the other 2 came from, but I only counted like 2. Why are you upside down? Sam? Why are you upside down? Okay. Aw, they got some toast.
Ahoy there, Samfire.
A salty old sea
Morris
dog.
and Sparky! Oh, lovely to see you both. What can I do for you two?
Well, we wanted to ask you something. It's about Aggie.
She doesn't have long left now, does she? Poor thing.
No, not long at all. We were hoping you might replace her as custodian.
Oh, Morris. I spent years of my life as harbour master trying to keep people from meddling with nature. I don't feel any differently now. I'm appreciative of all Aggie has sacrificed for us, but the island spirit isn't evil. It just needs to erupt from time to time. And if it needs to now, let it, I say. Let nature do what it must. As the fish folk say, the tides will tell.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
it would
Sam, I
destroy
hear
the
that.
island. Like
I really do.
Everyone here would be
No.
in danger.
No, Morris. We can't just give up.
Now, we'll talk about this in a bit, Sparky. Sam, it's always good to see you. Will you be around later?
I think I will. A volcanic eruption is a rare and beautiful thing. I think I'd like to see it.
Yeah, I think it would be fun to see one from a safe distance. Of course.
Okay, we just need to talk to Aggie. She'll know what to do.
No, Sparky. I've been thinking about it. I think Samfire's right. I think it's maybe time to let the town go.
No, Morris.
But we couldn't talk to
It's
Aggie
not.
because Aggie's like
No, it's
not
all right, Sparky
here
girl.
anymore.
It's over. This isn't my town anymore. The only ones around here who remember me are ghosts.
That's not true.
No, it is. But that's all right. Truly it is. Everything for a season and all that. And I miss the people I knew. The people who've moved on. I want to see them again. I think I will take Pete no chop on his offer and heading to the west with him. Shelmerston doesn't need Morris Lupton any longer.
Morris Lupton, you will not give up. You have been
But
granted
you just
a
said that was
precious
the last
responsibility and you
person.
will honor it.
Sparky?
I'm sorry about that. Remember when I told you I was mostly Sparky? I am, but mostly.
Then what else are you?
Aggie.
I am the rock that you stand on. The wood you people built this town from. The magma bubbling
Of course, it's
beneath
Aggie.
your feet. I am Shelmerston. And right now I want to erupt. But I have also made connections to the things that live here. Connections I want to keep alive. I need you, Morris.
Right. Well,
Okay, what do you need from our boy Morris?
I'm still your Sparky. And I need you, Morris. We all do.
Oh, Sparky.
I know you feel forgotten. I know you want to move on. I do too, but I can't until I wrap up this last bit of unfinished business. Will you try one last avenue with me? If we still can't find a solution, then...
No.
Then I'll be done.
There's another
It'll
one.
all be done. And we can go into the West together.
All right, Sparky. One last try. But who else is there?
Aggie.
Aggie? But where is she? Oh, she's everywhere, isn't she?
She is. But I can sniff her out. I just need some mementos.
But where would we find mementos from back then?
The museum.
Of course.
Back to your museum, Morris.
Oh man. I thought we were done. I was ready to be done. Oh. Someone's already taken over the museum for him.
Well, it's reopened.
That was quick.
Well, I suppose that's good. You need to keep up the footfall. Everything has to move on.
Well, yes, but, you know, it is still your museum, Morris. It wouldn't be here without you.
Ah, it was never my museum, Sparky. It was Shelmerston's. It's changing, but... you know, I think it should. So, what happens now? How do we find 4,000-year-old mem...
Come with me, Morris. There's one more thing I ought to show you.
Oh, no.
Oh, okay, Sparky.
If it is Sparky. Alright, I gotta find memories. Or I gotta find speech bubbles. Oh, here we go. Oh,
Well,
stop.
don't suppose I'll have a look at Aggie's room the same way again, will I?
Morris, take a look at those skulls, please.
The skulls? Well, they have memories inside them? Well, that's rather morbid, Sparky.
Not quite. Look, I didn't explain this before because I felt things were confusing enough, but that slicing is a bit more powerful than I've led you to believe.
What? What do you
Well,
mean?
what do you mean?
Well, we aren't limited to memories of people who are alive. People are bounded by time, but memories aren't.
What you got for me, little buddy? You got a stick. Good job.
Oh, I didn't think dead stomachs could get queasy, but here we are. Where are we, Sparky?
When are we, Morris? This is Shelmerston in Aggie's time. You should be able to find some memories of her here.
You are some dog, Sparky.
Okay. So, hopefully it's only just the 5 and not 5 here and then go back to the museum and have to find, 5 separate things inside of the museum. Oh my god. I hope that's not it.
It was the worst night in the world when Aggie was born. It began in the old village, the one swept away by the rivers of fire. The ground shook and the earth split open and spat sparks. The sun hid and the huts burst into flame as we fled.
Well, that makes sense why she's now like
everyone washed in the burning orange
curator
death,
of this place, essentially.
and Aggie's mother howling with the pain of the child coming. We made it as far as the cliff top by the sea. The mountain was still roaring and roaring. The rock ran in rivers toward the sea. The air smelled of death and poison. But Aggie was perfect. Small and angry, her tiny fists pummeling the air. I used my knife to cut the cord. We chose a spot for the new village, closer to the beach. The burning rivers cooled to pumice.
And that's probably where the campsite was, or is.
I made sure everyone knew that a life that began in this way would be special. Not everyone believed me, but Aggie proved me right.
My goodness. Giving birth like that must have been awful. What a terrifying situation.
I mean, childbirth in general is just a terrible situation.
Where do you think that knife is? Should we...
No, I'm pretty sure I've seen that knife before. Back at the museum,
Okay, Morris. Let's go.
Oh, okay. So we come here, we get a memory, and then we go back to the museum, it seems. And maybe once we get that, let's see. We need a knife. It looks like it has artifacts. It's hunting related stuff. It does have a knife in it. Oh, I see. Nope, that was the thing holding the bell. Damn it. That doesn't look like any of that. Alright, let's take a quick look at this. No, that's for ships and stuff. There it is. Hear that damn devil laughing. It's called a bronze ritual knife.
And to think that people had not long stopped using flint tools when this was made.
There is so much history in this knife.
Ooh.
I'd love to see what else it got up to.
Alright, so now do we go back to the skulls again?
I'm getting the scent of Grenkins again, Morris.
The Grenkins will have to wait. We are trying to finish this game, Sparky. Hopefully I can come back and do that. Sparky, no. Sparky, no! Bad Sparky! Oh, this kind of makes me think of a place where the festival was. I wonder if that's where we are right now. There we go. Oh, they also dealt with the mer people. The fish person, whatever.
Of course, we watched her. We had heard of her birth and seen her on the shore. Her feet sometimes in the seawater, her body in the sun. We did not show ourselves at first. As a test, we left the mirror on the black shore, born of the volcano on the same day as her, and waited to see what would happen. To see if it called to her.
The mirror.
She picked it up.
Obsidian can be
from
very
side to
shiny,
side.
so maybe that's what it is.
She took it home. The next time I saw her, I introduced myself. We sang together, and I showed her how the mirror worked. How if you emptied your mind and thought of air and light and sea, you would see things in its surface.
Oh, okay. It kind of works like
How
the
things
Golden
would
Compass from
unfurl in
his
the
Dark
future.
Materials.
Aggie was better at mirror gazing than any of us sea folk. She saw a girl, her own daughter not yet born, as leader of the dry folk. I told Aggie to keep on gazing into that mirror, that one day the island would need something more than a leader.
Oh, I had a box of...
A box of mirrors. Okay, so now we gotta go back to the museum, I assume. I assume every time we get a memory, we have to come back here. That looks like yarn. Box of rocks, huh? I like that there's actually people here, whereas like when we were here before, it didn't seem like anybody was here. So that's very nice. I do like that. Maybe because he said he had a box of rocks. Maybe it's up here, but no, I don't see it. Alright. It's a geode. Which then doesn't show the inside of the geode. So you actually don't know if it's a geode quite yet. You can kind of make a guesstimate based on like the size of it and what you can see on the exterior. And then, you know, weigh it out kind of thing. But even... Oh, here it is. This is it. This is it. Right? Obsidian mirror. This isn't it? How is that not it? This is over 2,000 years old, largest obsidian mirror known in existence. Obsidian mirrors. Come on, that's not it. Okay, that's gardening stuff. It's all knitting stuff. Okay. It would have been funny if the rocks were just like in here. But they're not. I don't like that. I hate that. I hate that so much. I can't believe that that mirror is not the right mirror. Here we go. I don't know how I saw that.
Whoa.
Because I was
This
not
thing
looking
is
in that
really
area.
powerful, Morris. Can you feel it?
Oh. Wait, what? There's a new question mark? Trying to see if maybe I should like use it, like look into it, but it won't let me. But there's that's obviously what it wants, isn't it? Is that not what it wants? I don't know what it wants. It's never done that before. But it won't let me enter. I tried pressing every button. I'm pretty sure I tried every button. And it wouldn't do anything. Oh yeah, no, this is definitely where that festival or playground or whatever was. Just up in the trees for some reason. Hey, buddy. Oh, hi. Aggie's daughter.
I was always fearless. My mother Aggie told me there was nothing I couldn't do. With Otsul and without, I hunted the deer in the woods and the hares on the mountain, all before I had taken my first lover.
First? Oh.
And younger still, one time Aggie had me knock her tooth out when she was in terrible pain. I didn't mind even when the blood poured out. It was easy for me.
Well, I mean,
Spears
you know, it's better than it
knives
getting
were my
infected.
nature. Death and courage were my meat and drink. I knew about Aggie's mirror, of course, but did not believe all of it.
Fair.
When Aggie warned us the Mauler was sick and there would be fewer calves for the following years, none of us listened. It was to be my first cull. I wanted their blood. It was my nature. We would not take less of the Mauler just because an old woman told us to. She came to the beach after the
That's
Mauler
really
slaughter.
dumb.
Her hair wild, eyes burning with fury. Raged and shouted like a woman out of her mind. We had killed too many, she said. Then she left the village. Told us she was done with all of us. Forever. As Otsul marked me with oil and blood, I did not mourn my mother leaving. I was young and foolish, and the sight of her ashamed me. But of
Oh, so she
course,
was a teenager.
I did not see what was to come.
To think that they were still having the same arguments about the Morlo way back in the Bronze Age.
Aggie must have sensed the trouble ahead. Maybe she was trying to find a way to prevent it.
Alright, so now we gotta go back to the museum and find something? Some kind of paint thing? He didn't prompt us to come back here though, so maybe I'm wrong. Bud. You just in there? Alright. Have fun. Make sure there's nothing. Oh, these are actual eggs? How big are these birds? Are these the people birds that are walking around? see it there. That's queen kind of stuff. I don't see that there. It's a boat. Oh, there's like a little memorial for him off to the side. I was trying to like look off to the side, but it wouldn't let. Oh, hey, here you are. Bone carved Molo oil lamp. Oh, it's an oil lamp. Okay. I didn't see a wick or anything, so I didn't think it was an oil lamp.
What a beautiful object. Delighted to have it in our museum.
Alright, just 2 more memories. And hopefully, like I said, I can come back for these gherkins. I do not want to have to replay the whole game. Oh, a ginger. Nice. Seemed like they're doing pretty good for so long ago. Okay, we got another fish person and Aggie's friend, Kirk.
She was alone, and I would bring her food sometimes. Samphire and
Oh,
sea
so this was
urchins.
after she left her
She
tribe.
would make dry food, and we would eat it together. Textures unlike any we knew that broke apart in your hands and in your mouth. We would sing together, make tea together. We became her family. The dry folk left her alone. She had a companion for a few seasons, a hind, who came down from the mountain and slept at her fire. And then, for a few more, a golden hair that ate from her hand. One night we all felt it. Those of us in the water and those above. The island waking, rumbling, alive again, more furious than before. I found
And this was the
Aggie
night that
awake,
she died.
tending her fire, unsleeping, unresting, staring into her mirror. She told me she'd seen the island sinking into orange fire and boiling sea, lost forever above and below. The village and our town in the sea caves, all gone. Aggie went to the shore and blew the sinistral shell, calling our people up from the water. Aggie sang for them, the oldest song, and we spoke for some time. That night, the sea and sky was all the same color, a deep grey blue like a mackerel's back without the glitter. As the dawn approached, Aggie left the beach to return to her people, to tell them what must be done.
And what must be done? Did they kill her? Oh my god, did they
I'm
sacrifice
not sure.
her?
I want to see what happens next.
That's my bad, I hit the button. I just got on the, like, hit the button thing. Alright. So we're looking for a shell. Shell? Are you the shell? You're not the shell. See, that's for fish. That's boat, eggs. Are you... Oh. Are you the shell? Sinistral shell? Whatever the hell that is. I mean, it's pretty cool looking.
Such a small thing. But it changed the entire course of our island.
Alright, now we can go back and hopefully this is it. Oh, interesting. I figured it was gonna be this guy, but no, it's, whatever this creature is. Oh, it's a fish person! I should have guessed. Oh, I don't know why I was just sitting there holding R2 like that was gonna take me wherever I need to go. Village elder. Well, being a village elder isn't all it's cracked up
We
to be,
heard the
apparently.
shell and knew Aggie had returned.
Oh,
Ibni was the
man.
leader then. It had taken many seasons, more
I
than we
needed
would
to
have
stand
liked,
up.
but there were finally enough Morlo again, and our
Oh,
village was
man.
growing. We were strong. Some of the younger ones didn't know Aggie and didn't want to hear her, called her a moon-shotten crone, but Ibni looked in her mother's face and saw the truth of it. The end would come. The earth was growling again. There would be hot rivers of death and clouds of poison. But Aggie brought us the answer. She would give herself to the island. Ibni's voice shook. Surely a deer or a goat would be enough. The year's finest, blackest calf. Aggie cast down her eyes and shook her head. We all knew. I offered my blade, but Aggie turned me away. She took her knife that had cut her own cord the night the volcano last erupted and wrapped Ibni's fingers tight around the bone hilt.
Why did it
Must
have to be
you,
her,
Ibni,
though?
she said. And it must be now, before the sun comes up. This day, this morning, for we are all gone. The village, the people, the island. Aggie embraced her daughter. Ibni whispered something, but I could not catch the words. Both women's faces shone with tears. Aggie sat on the ceremonial stone, the tears streaming now from all of us. Aggie delivered her final message. She told us her body must not be burned or given to the sea, but lain in the earth of the island beneath the mountain. Ibni was shaking, and then I realized it was not just Ibni. The whole island was trembling under our
So
feet.
it was Morris's fault.
Aggie told
He
Ibni
dug
to
her
be
up,
quick. The end was coming.
and that's why this all
As
happened.
Aggie took
Oh
Ibni's
my
hand
God.
and guided the knife to her side, we saw the fish folk rising from the sea, hundreds of them, so many. I had no idea there were so many. Aggie was quiet the whole time, but Ibni cried out. A sound of longing and hurting from her heart like I had never heard. Then she fell silent, and as Aggie's life poured from her body, the island and everything on it fell suddenly still. Utterly still. We wept then, in sorrow and relief. Then the fish folk were among us, countless, numberless. One embraced Ibni, holding her up as it seemed her own legs might give way. When the sun came up that day, land and sea folk stood together for the first time, talking and singing the old songs, Aggie's songs, together. Ibni and the fish folk took Aggie up onto the mountain. They laid her in the peat alongside the knife and all the things she would need on her journey. Ibni watched over Aggie for days afterwards. Before she was covered, she placed a sacred carved stone, Aggie's beloved hair, inside her mother's mouth, to guide her and help her keep the mountain still forever. And so it was.
Oh, Aggie. Now that's bravery.
Okay, so did he find the hair in her mouth? Oh, why is it tearing her apart piece by piece? Oh, that's... I hated that. What was all that green stuff? Was that, like, supposed to be the food that she last ate?
Sparky, it feels a bit... well, disrespectful looking inside Aggie's body like that.
You were the one who dug her up and put her on a plinth, Morris.
Yeah, but I...
Relax, Morris. This body isn't Aggie anymore. She's long past needing this old thing.
But it seems like she might, to be able to
all
keep
right then.
everything together.
Okay, Morris. I'll level with you. We absolutely didn't need to find Aggie's mementos in order for me to sniff her out. She's here, waiting for you. She has been this
Then
whole
why did we
time.
do all that? Oh my god,
Then
Sparky.
Why did we need to visit the Bronze Age?
Aggie thought it was important for you to see those memories, so you would understand her path before you met her. But also, wasn't it cool?
That it was. The things I've seen now. Oh, Sparky, thank you so much. To think, for a while there, I was worried that being dead was gonna be boring.
I think the rest of it's
You
gonna be
are
boring.
very welcome, Morris. Okay, so, shall we go say hello to Aggie?
Yes.
Finally. Let's go. Oh, we don't even have to, like, get her to do anything.
Morris!
Head west.
Sparky! It's so good to see you both.
Hey, Aggie.
Wait, you know me?
Of course I do. Morris Lupton, one of the best-loved men in the history of Shelmerston, with the very finest dog.
Me?
Aww.
Oh, I don't know.
Come now, let's go out of this place, into the air.
It's lucky that she just somehow speaks English. And modern English.
The one part of Shelmerston that looks just the same as the first day I saw it. I suppose it always will.
I love this beach. It's always been my favorite beach. I'm gonna go run.
Aww.
Aggie, look at Sparky. She's shining.
That's the hope and the joy shining out of her.
That's it, isn't it? The point of all of this.
It is hope. Home. This island, it chose the two of you just as it chose me.
And where will you be heading now? Heaven or something?
Heaven? What's that?
Well, I don't quite know how to explain it. But to me, it would be an awful lot like this beach.
I don't know where I'm going, but I'm hoping to see Ibni, my daughter. It's been a very long time, but I remember her. We never forget the ones we love, do we, Morris?
No, I don't suppose we do.
I think she wants something, Morris.
Huh. Would you look at that? I just found a tennis ball in my pocket.
Aww.
Here you are, girl.
She's not talking anymore. And he really did collect the stories of this place. That's it! Oh my god. So we really didn't get any answer as to, like, is the volcano gonna erupt? Is it no longer going to erupt? It's just over. Oh my god. Well, I'm gonna get all this little piddly stuff on my own. It's late. I kind of want to stop here for the night. Thank you all for being here, and I will see you guys hopefully very soon. Again. Bye for now.